Welcome to Season 6 of NBA. Welcome back to this. And coach, now an agent. What's that?
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. And the starting group for Chicago. Gershon Yabusele out there with Buzelis. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's Okoro. And it's Jones in at the point guard position. And for Detroit, Thompson out there with Johnson. Then there's Holland. Then it's Caris LeVert. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, the first or the second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
So the Pistons will get the first possession. Johnson passes to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I love the energy from Cunningham inside. pushing to get the bucket.
Chicago with the ball. Outside Jones. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Jones.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
And the shot's good.
Tough shot. I mean, Cunningham has great size at his position, which really helps him in the paint.
Jones against Cunningham. Pass to Buzelis. There's the triple. Can't get it to drop.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To the middle. Thompson passes to Johnson. Here's Holland. Guarded by Okoro. 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Yabusele. 17 points in his last outing. Oh, and Johnson with a block. They recover it. Second shot opportunity. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simon's progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point per game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Shams, thank you. Now you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Detroit moving the ball around. Pass to Holland. Cunningham, right side. He's off on the layup.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets. Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Pass to Simons. Up top, Yabusele, covered by Johnson. And it's Simons missing. The Pistons lead by 4. Cunningham passes to Johnson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
That free throw good from Cunningham. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Now here's Okoro. Yet to see a basket. Yabusele outside. All sorts of time. Misses off the right iron.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Bulls trail by 6. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart. He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
Now here's Johnson, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Offensive board. Outside Robinson. Back to Johnson. Goes back up. And the layup by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 10 points.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something out that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at New York, they pulled themselves up to the second place spot.
I think for the Pistons, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
Now here's Jones, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Pass to Simons. Yabusele right side. It's stolen by Johnson. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Cunningham. And that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Here's Yabusele. They grab their own miss. There's Simons with a 3. No good there. Detroit leading by 8. LeVert passes to Johnson. Here's Cunningham. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Pass to Jones. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. Jones has got his second basket.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Robinson finds Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Outside for LeVert. Johnson passes to Thompson. Johnson with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Here's Robinson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Back to Jones. Simons against LeVert. Down low. That's good from Jones. And the assist by Simons. Jones has got 6 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in. The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
And here's Simons. Coming off 41 points last game out. Pass to Buzelis. Stolen by Thompson. It's LeVert on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Simons with a steal. Here's Okoro. Here's Jones. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Yabusele. Rebound Detroit. Johnson's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Robinson passes to Johnson. And stolen by Yabusele. Jones with the ball. And it's Robinson picking him up.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Back to Cunningham. Buzelis grabs the board.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Okoro passes to Jones. Back to Okoro. Yabusele outside. On the wing, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Step back shot. Oh, a clear foul there on the... This shot So he'll get a pair at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Duren, he's checked in for Thompson. Green comes in for LeVert. And Sasser subbed in for Cunningham.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Sasser. Over Sexton. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams passes to Smith. Now here's Sexton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Marcus Sasser. And you look at Colin Sexton, who puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
First one falls for him. Richards is checked in for Yabusele. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Detroit leading by 3. Green, the pass to Johnson. Outside Robinson. Right wing. Back to Johnson. Tries again. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Sexton goes in. Good D by Duren.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
Now here's Duren. No points so far. Johnson passes to Robinson. Detroit moving the ball around. They still need this. Outside for Green. Takes a 3. Chicago with a rebound. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. Jenkins is checked in for Robinson.
Jenkins.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Here's Sexton. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. Here's Smith. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Johnson finds Green. To the right side. Pass to Johnson. Here's Jenkins. Clock at 6. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Bulls trail by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Richards, the pass to Williams. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And he recovers it. Smith outside. Another shot. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Now here's Sexton. There's Simons with a 3. Duren with a rebound.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit.
Patrick Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Here's Jenkins. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Cade Cunningham making...
The ball. 17.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Colin Sexton out there with Okoro. Then there's Nick Richards. Then it's Smith. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Johnson. Green finds Johnson. Over to the left wing. And here's Duren for three. Kept alive. Green, the pass to Johnson. Green up top. To the inside. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Green. Johnson's got 6.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
So for the Pistons.
Let's talk about when you left the WNBA to the WNBA of now. What type of change and growth have you seen in the league?
Oh my gosh, how long do we have to talk about that? Obviously now viewership and the fans, it's just grown so much. You have players like Angel Reese.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. On the court for Chicago. Colin Sexton out there with Isaac Okoro. Then it's Smith. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He picked up 66 points, and the story of the night, he put together the rare quadruple-double. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Here's Okoro following the score by Detroit. Outside Sexton. Rebounded by the Pistons.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
That's tipped. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And So here is Chicago. Bulls trail by 11. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
And you know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th one, too.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for him.
First personal foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And we got to also mention their intensity on defense so far. I mean, the number of steals they've collected has been substantial.
The free throw drops for Durham. And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Holland, he's checked in for Sasser. And Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Now here's Jones. 6 points for him. The 3 from Sexton. Rebounded by Johnson.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw. Whoa!
Oh, sweet move. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Well, with his mobility and size, Smith gets up there with ease.
Here's Buzelis. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson. And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
Your Pistons, Thompson.
Smith passes to Okoro. Outside Jones. Smith against Johnson. Pass to Sexton. Over Green. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And Cunningham throws it down.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Jones feels it out. Here's Buzelis. Over Johnson. Oh, and Johnson with a block. Cunningham finds Johnson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find the path back to relevance?
Oh, Robinson with a block. Cunningham on the wing. Check by Sexton. And it's good for 2. Cunningham got 16 points now.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Yabusele. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Yabusele's got his second basket of the game.
Heady feed by Sexton. Over his career, his ability to read the game has improved.
Thompson in the post. Guarded by Okoro. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Well, with his foundation defensively, Coach, everything else is a bonus for Ausar Thompson.
Yeah, and actually, B.A., he's becoming more proficient.
There's another block.
What an incredible defensive year it's been for him as he continues to swat away shots.
And you look at his totals for him this season, he's closing in on third most blocks in the season.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball, and creating high percentage looks.
Here's Buzelis. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Detroit leading by 22. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Now here's Johnson. Thompson finds Johnson. Second chance effort. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Johnson's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Cunningham against Jones. The rebound by Detroit.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
Poke loose. Robinson passes to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. All right, Coach, what's your favorite thing about this point of the season?
Well, probably the games between the top teams. You get a preview of what those playoff matchups might look like, and it's certainly a big draw for the fans.
Simons is checked in for Sexton. Here's Buzelis. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive and trying to score.
There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past. Only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
To the paint. Here's Buzelis. Oh, and Johnson with a block.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this year.
Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Now Jones. He's got 6. And a nice finish on the layup. Jones has got 8.
Well, even though he's just 6'1", Jones is confident inside. Doesn't fear going up amongst taller players.
Here at 2K, we take pride in creating the authentic WNBA experience. Fans can get to know the players in the WNBA and perform as them on the court. So what does that mean to you to see how far it's come in NBA 2K?
I've gotten a lot of messages like in the last few years about players that have like played with me, or like people that have played with me as a player. And I'm like, really? Like, what does that even look like? I'm like, how is my shooting percentage? Because I feel like I didn't shoot well in the WNBA, you know?
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They've got Holland. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Johnson, and it's Thompson in at the four-man position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple-double. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He picked up 66 points in the story of the night. He put together the rare quadruple-double. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Here's Jones after the basket by Detroit. Pass to Buzelis. Now, Yabusele. Detroit with the rebound. Holland's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Fancy ball handling right there by Jones. At his size, he can be very elusive.
Holland the pass to Johnson. Left block shot on the way, and Detroit again with the bucket.
As hot as he's in this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Jones. A rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Buzelis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson.
Second personal
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team second. Substitution on the court.
LeVert against Simons. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Lets it go from 11. And so it's the Detroit Pistons up by 33 points.
Get the ball for your team. 35.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Buzelis out there with the Okoro. Then it's Trey Jones. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Yabusele in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Good on the shot.
From the mid-range, Simon's quickness is a big advantage.
Cunningham dishes it to Johnson. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Stolen by Thompson. To the inside. Here's Johnson. And Johnson with the stop.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set. For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Well, Cade Cunningham is a terrific all-around player. His scoring, passing, and rebounding are a huge lift for this team.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson.
First team foul.
It's his 3rd foul of the game. Now, Okoro. He has yet to score. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 5. And Yabusele wide open, and he shoots. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 6 assists in the game. Cunningham passes to Johnson. Drops in the layup for 2. Cunningham's got 23 points.
Well, Cunningham, offensively, he can hurt you in so many ways, and he's got it all working tonight.
Pass to Okoro. Jones in the post, covered by Cunningham. Okoro, wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Johnson kicks to Cunningham. And he drives in. Good work there as it goes. He's got 25.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Yabusele. Here's Okoro. Another 3 for Chicago.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Thompson dishes to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
LeVert finds Johnson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Yabusele's got 7 rebounds in the game. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get, and yep, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stand. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot. Writing on when you choose to use it. So, guys, the courtside administrator has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violations. So, a good use of the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility for these sorts of plays around the rim, it seems impossible now to imagine not having replay review. This time it works. They reversed the call, and I think that's a good thing for all parties.
Now, here's Johnson. He has 35. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Cunningham finds Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Johnson's got 39.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
It took a little time for Simons to kind of come into his own, but now he's playing with supreme confidence.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Johnson. And he's got 41. And it's in there.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Simons with the ball. LeVert defending. Pass to Buzelis. Over to the left wing. Fires at the elbow. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team for the Pistons. All reads checked in for Asar Thompson. Robinson comes in for Holland. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for LeVert. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Gershon Yabusele. Jalen Smith comes in for Buzelis. Williams is checked in for Isaac Okoro. And it's Sexton in for Trey Jones.
Showcasing the long limbs. Smith going up to snatch that one.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Cunningham passes to Johnson. Back to Reed. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update.
Substitution on the court.
Johnson is out there with Holland. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's LeVert in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. They get it again. Johnson. Oh, and he misses the dunk. 3 on 3. Here's Sexton. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson against Yabusele. And the shot is good from Johnson.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
It's stolen by Cunningham. Down low. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Cunningham. Johnson's got 45 points.
Oh, man. Cunningham making it look easy.
It's stolen by Johnson. Ball going up court. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Now here's Jones. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, even though he's just 6'1", Jones is confident inside. Doesn't fear going up amongst taller players.
And there's the call on Guerschon Yabusele. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Johnson. Leans. Basket counts. Johnson's got 49 points in the game.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
The second chance up again with the block.
And that block now tying him for the 3rd most block in an NBA season.
Oh, what a year he's had. One of the best defensive seasons that anybody has ever had.
And with 393 blocks, he sits alongside Elmore Smith's incredible 1974 season with the Lakers.
Here's Holland. Pass to Johnson. Good. That's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Johnson over to help. Now Buzelis. And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Final.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat.
Miller, no luck.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Jones. The rebound by Johnson. And it's Detroit's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Thompson passes to Johnson. It's stolen by Buzelis. Jones from outside. Cunningham with some nice D.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
LeVert finds Johnson. Miller grabs the miss. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Buzelis. Pocket 6. And here's Miller. Jones, that's for 2. Again, the miss by Jones.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Jones against Cunningham. Jones drives in. That's tipped. Stolen by LeVert. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Holland. He's off on that one. Good D by Miller.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And it's denied. Leaps for it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
Knocks it loose. Cunningham passes to Johnson. From the right block, the shot is good. Johnson's got 55.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
And it's good, 2 points. Johnson's got 57 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Buzelis. He's covered by Thompson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Second
craftiness
foul
on his finish helped Thompson grab the whistle on that play.
So for the Pistons, Reed comes in for Holland. And it's Jenkins in for Karis LeVert. Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Bulls. Williams comes in for Miller.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Hey, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Green is checked in for Asar Thompson. And Chicago also making a switch. Simons, he's checked in for Dillingham. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Jones dishes to Williams. To the paint. A kick out to Simons. And the Bulls with another miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And Johnson drops them both. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Here's Jones. Outside Williams. To halt the run. Good on the jump shot.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Johnson. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Stolen away, and he's got a 5-by-5. And the basket is good.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Green. Cunningham on the wing. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Johnson. Good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now here's Simons. Over Cunningham. There's another block.
And the amount of blocks he has this season are just staggering.
GA, the numbers don't lie. He's now third for most blocks in the season. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Johnson.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
And now the Bulls on the break. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Buzelis with the ball. Reed covering.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. So
I like it. Great choice.